couple of games in a row. Maybe not back to 100% as Chris is talking about. This is a big test for him and for the Red Raiders. Texas Tech. They played 2 ultra-competitive games during the regular season. Part 3 here tonight in this quarterfinal game in the Big 12 Tournament Championship. Longhorns with the ball first. Obama not starting. We do expect him to get on the court. The freshman Coleman, also a very talented young player, misses the 3.
Well, they really missed Matt Coleman yesterday. Missed a lot of the game with foul trouble. Has shot the basketball extremely well over the last couple of games. That one right there just goes in and out.
Here's Evans. We'll see if we can notice any sort of discomfort, limitation. First shot missed by Texas Tech, and there's rebound number 1 for Jericho Sims. He had 15 of them last night against the Cyclones. It was a 3-point shooting contest, and it didn't end well in the first half for Texas in last night's game.
No, it didn't, and right there, that's more of the 3-point shooting contest. Kerwin Roach, who's been better at playing for others, but they're just 4-3.
And the attack of the basket, first 2 points of the game for Texas Tech. Jared Culver. Lots of talented young players in this league, and he is among the most gifted. Coleman didn't use the screen. Trying to attack the senior Justin Gray with the shot clock winding down. Coleman, a tough runner, way too long.
Right now, Texas Tech controlling the opening tempo in this game, defensively locking down Texas, not able to penetrate that defense at all, everything on the perimeter.
I think undoubtedly Texas Tech is one of the best defensive teams. And he has found a home with the Red Raiders. An attack and another bucket up for Jared Culver.
Jared Culver goes right by his defender, and Jericho Sims not paying attention. Really bad help side defense. Texas looks a little sleepy. We saw it in warm-ups. Didn't look completely ready to play in this game tonight. It's come out showing so far.
That's hard to understand. Not a bad look for Sims, but he missed it because I think the Longhorns may well need this game. We watch basketball all day long, whether it was the ACC, the SEC, and for Alabama. Bubble teams have played well the last couple days. Oklahoma State with a big win last night. And I don't think Texas should feel very comfortable about where they sit. Even though a loss, the Red Raiders would not be considered a bad loss. Nice dish. Smith trying to dunk, hits the floor hard. Man, he landed right on his back. He gets up and hustles back on defense. That had to hurt. Coleman 3. In and out.
There is a lid early on that basket for Texas. Shaka Smart has sent Jacob Young to the scorer's table. I think we're going to see Kerwin Roach sit. He's taken 2 really ill-advised shots through 3 minutes of play.
That kid's taking good shots.
And an elite defensive team like Texas Tech, you better get some good looks. And right now, they've manufactured nothing offensively.
And I will say this. You made the point last night. I think it's a good one, and it bears repeating. Teams are daring Texas to shoot from the outside. That's what they want the Longhorns to do. It's not a great outside shooting team.
Not at all. Shooting just 31% on the season. And there's another one. That's not a great look. Febres has the reputation of being a big-time shooter. Made 3 last night. But right now, if you're Texas, you got to say, look, we got to run some offense. We got to get something going to the rim. Dylan on the block. It's really just been guards jacking 3s early in the shot clock.
That's the follow-up point. Even if teams, if that's the game plan they want you to do, you got to figure out a way to be a little more varied than that. 0 of 7 from the field, Texas is to start this one. Tommy Hamilton in for the first time. Culver's got all 7 points in this game. Matched up with Sims. Trying to get by him, couldn't do it. Zaire Smith, super athlete himself, another freshman.
I mean, look at these Texas Tech freshmen, and how can you not be so impressed? Zaire Smith, great athlete, also shoots it. Jared Culver has great size. Both these guys have the potential to play in the NBA someday.
We said it about Lindell Wigginton last night. Wrong year to be a freshman in this league with Trae Young.
Too much talent.
But there are so many good young players. Ozakowski got a great look. Missed it.
He did. He also missed Matt Coleman cutting wide open through the paint. And still, just nothing going on for Texas right offensively right now.
Culver underneath the bucket. Missed it. Tried to follow his own miss. Smith did the game. He couldn't finish. Those 2 freshmen are playing hard. Shaka Smart trying to get his team going. A bucket would help. We're almost 5 minutes in. Texas has not scored. Coleman, nice little hesitation move, and he finds Febres wide open. Missed another one.
That's at least their best offensive possession of the night. You can live with that type of shot if you're shotgun smart, but you better get back because Texas Tech is coming.
Culver, nice shot fake. Got Young flying. Hamilton, a big man, he likes to shoot. Sims, not many times where Sims has somebody, but has been. And luckily for him, there was an actual dentist on site who got him all fixed up, right, Chris?
I am, and I'm joined with him now, Dr. Bill Bush. The way that this works is there is always a dentist on site in case of any emergency, and one came up yesterday. Explain to me exactly the process of what happened during halftime there when Roach in the tooth.
Sure. Thanks to the quick thinking of the athletic training staff and Dr. Bray with Texas, we brought him into the training room, and the tooth was broken so close to the nerve, kind of like being close to the heart, about a millimeter. If it would have been a millimeter more, we would probably had to remove the tooth. But it was luckily not affected as much that I could use a dental adhesive on it and take the piece, because it was precisely fit together, and use the adhesive, use a curing light, and he was good to go.
And all this is able to take place during halftime?
Yep, in about 4 minutes.
How often are you put to work at the Big 12 tournament as a dentist?
Not very often, so I was a little nervous, but I think we got the job done.
I agree. So now, a day after, does he need to wear a mouthpiece?
We made him a special mouthpiece today just to make sure that the work that we did in the training room is going to last.
Well, hey, you never know when you're going to come on call. I appreciate the time.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Guys.
Dr. Bill coming through under pressure. And Kerwin Roach finally got a bucket for Texas. Problem is, then they gave up a three. Now the jumper from near the foul, way off the mark for Smith. And the Longhorns get things going. Still no Mo Bamba. We are told he's going to try. And that was the plan. I guess all plans can change. Sims fouled. I think that was probably a pretty good foul.
Really a strong post presence you can throw the ball to. Maybe establish something on the block, because Dylan Osikowski hadn't been able to do that tonight.
Super talented Mo Bamba. So young, so gifted. February 17th. So it's been a few weeks now. Sprained that toe. Wild shot from Jacob Young. Bamba, who affects things on both ends of the floor. We'll watch how he moves out there. Bamba commits a foul right away.
Yesterday, even in case of emergency, but has done a ton of treatment just within 24 hours, which gave him the clear today.
So, Chris, you've covered dental work, now toe work, podiatry. What's your next step? Have been huge stories in terms of who's on the court, who's not on the court. Mo Bamba, great news that he's back out there here and then. We'll see what kind of impact he can have. Texas the last 3 games after trying to play through the injury. #2 in blocks per game in the country. Also talented offensive player, although still raw. And he's fouled from behind by Tommy Hamilton.
But it looks good. You think that with work, with time, he can be a guy that shoot a pretty good percentage from 3.
Good free throw shooter. That's always a good sign, I think, for a young big man. Roach has got the big man Odiasi on him. Odiasi played good defense. Bamba keeps it alive. Bamba will score.
Those are the plays that they've been missing. I mean, Mo Bamba just a force on the offensive glass. When you look at it, he's second in the Big 12 Conference with 3, or just a little over 3 actually a game. Keeps that basketball alive, and maybe this can get Texas' offense going, because really defensively Texas locked in.
Evans lost it. Young's going to go 1-on-3. He likes to do that, and he scores.
That's where they had, they turned Iowa State over and were able to get their offense. Because again, the half court has been a struggle. They were not able to figure out Iowa State's zone, and now we're going to see Texas go a little 2-3 zone of their own.
The Red Raiders can make some shots against that zone. Zach Smith, who's had his own health problems. A 3 from the right side is perfect. Stevenson.
He has been hot lately. 17 a game, 45% from the field, and great zone offense. You get that ball in the middle, find your guy, let him knock it down.
Offensive foul. You make a 3. Teams are in, like Texas, like Baylor, like Oklahoma State, where we just don't know.
It's been a tough weekend for bubble teams. I mean, you're looking for some of these teams to lose, and we've seen the Alabama game. Louisville was able to get a win tonight, or right now, actually, Notre Dame with a great opportunity against Duke. You have to think, if you're in Oklahoma State, or you're one of those teams that's sitting on the bubble right now, it's a little scary.
And maybe some help from Arizona State. Lenardi's got them now out, even with their non-conference wins at Texas against Xavier on a neutral court. Bamba swats it away. Mo Bamba already helping out Texas.
Zone, get the basketball in the middle of the floor, and Bamba just there to erase all of that action.
So that's big time. Texas needs more of that, and they need something on this end of the floor as well. Maybe he can provide that. One-on-one with Odiase. Some help comes, but he fights his way through, had it away.
And that's where he's got to pass it. You've drawn 3 guys, you've done your job, move the ball, let one of your guards go make a play.
Evans, step back, he got fouled. Not a good play by Jacob Young. Probably not what Shaka Smart.
Nothing changes.
I guess in a way it was
right now. We've seen him play man, we've seen him play zone, and if you're going to zone Texas Tech, they've got a lot of guys that can really shoot the basketball, but man, you just got to, eventually it comes down, you got to guard your man. They have not done that this.
They also have not scored on this end of the floor. We're almost halfway through the first half. Texas has got 6.
Texas Tech, we said in the open, one of the best defensive teams in the country. They really lock you down. Got to go and make some individual plays, but you got to move the defense as well.
Coleman hits the jumper.
Right there, a breakdown. They just kind of lost Matt Coleman. A lot of action. Nice little pull up.
Evans on the perimeter. Trying to get the ball inside. Odiase posting up. Here's Evans for 3.
Got it. Got to know where he is. I mean, if you're going to zone him, you have to know where Keenan Evans is at all times because he's such a dangerous player.
But Bamba putting the ball on the floor, and they say not a shooting foul. Back. I don't know if you noticed, I think you could see in the background, as he was loading to get ready to shoot, Shaka Smart was already pained. He knew the break, whether the shot went in or not, the breakdown had already happened. Bamba checks out. We'll see how many minutes he can go tonight. Gray fouls Coleman.
This is just not finding it.
Texas does not want to leave this as the final impression for the committee come Sunday. Ozakowski tried to lob one to Sims. Sims gets fouled. He tried to throw a lob last night that was off.
Daily dunk. They're hard to throw lobs to. Jericho Sims, you put it in the vicinity, and it's going to be showtime.
Off the inbound. Texas trying to get the offense going against this excellent defensive team. Extra pass, Febris. That was off the mark from the bench. Missed it to the side. That's Culver threw it away. Texas maybe with the advantage. A little floater from Coleman.
Didn't do that last night. Matt Coleman really effective with that mid-range little float game. Did a nice job of just taking his time, reading the defense, scoring the ball.
Not quite as spectacular as Colin Sexton.
No, not quite.
But kind of the idea.
Equally as effective, yeah.
That was something else. That play he made at the end of that.
Underhand finger roll for the win.
Something from a free throw line almost. Sims, good defense there.
Nice defense. He's undersized or overmatched really by Odiase. Held his ground, walled up. Made Odiase take a shot over the top of it.
Well, it's finally starting to feel like Texas is settling into this game.
Be helpful if they could continue to get some turnovers in transition.
Yeah, Sims was ready to dunk the ball, had it knocked away. He did get the whistle. Another
not out on the floor. It was just a struggle to get any type of movement.
Oh wow! I would like to see that again. That's not supposed to happen, is it?
I don't know if I've ever seen that before. Catch your own pass.
I guess he just maybe he held his ground, just tossed it up in the air. Young, good.
Just a tug floater there by Jacob Young, who until last night had been playing at a high level, scoring the basketball. Rough night shooting it last night, but the guy that's really filled it up with the blade.
David Moretti, freshman shooter on the floor for Texas Tech. There's Brandon Francis, the Florida transfer. Stevenson cut off by Roach. Smith elevates. A little too strong and up over the backboard. So that's better defense from the Longhorns. I think Shaka Smart's going to be pleased with the last few minutes. His team still. That's hard to believe.
Basketball coach. There's no question about that. With that being said, he has won. He's had some tournament success with Arkansas Little Rock, and like you said, I'm sure Texas Tech fans are ecstatic. They've gotten to a contract extension.
Sims makes his move and tried to dunk it right on Smith. He missed the dunk. still pretty impressive. Now Jacob Young going 1-on-4 the shot.
But why Jacob Young? The shot clock is at 24. You miss a dunk, fine. Let's reset. Let's get something going. There is no need to dribble into the trees like that and throw up a wild left-hand floater.
That's a question I can't answer.
Why? Why, Dave? Why?
Stevenson on this end. Under 7 minutes to go, first half. Texas. It's been ugly, and yet the Longhorns are not out of this game by any means. The runner, no good. And who's going to save it? Young. Ouch. Hopefully he's all right.
Now, you're really at risk. You see Zach Smith, you see Zaire Smith. You're at risk to get posterized if you don't do that.
Bad inbound pass. It goes off of Young. So Texas Tech.
So we tell our guys, we've been there, we've done this. You can trust our process.
And the players have apparently bought in, because this is arguably the best team in program history. It's not a storied history at Texas Tech, but they've had some good teams. So this is a team that has a chance to win a lot of games in March. Great attempt to Zach Smith on the alley-oop. Evans and Smith have played a lot of games together. They like doing that. Couldn't connect successfully that time.
They've got a great chemistry. I saw where Gene Levin said it was so good to see Zach Smith just get back on the floor, reminding him of his freshman year.
Evans comes up short. Coleman back in the game for the Longhorns. Pass into the corner. Young, good look for three.
You get some ball movement. It's not a one-pass deal. Get something going in transition, swing. That's nice basketball there by Texas.
So 7-0 run for the Longhorns. Feeling like they're back in this game. Zaire Smith is fouled on the floor by.
You see him, you know he's available, and you can really evaluate Texas with their full team.
Have fun trying to inbound the ball with him doing jumping jacks in front of you. He almost got to one, and you could see a grimace when he landed. Nice move from the Red Raiders. Bamba, as he came down, was hurt.
What a finish by Brandon Francis. I mean, you get that thing high on the glass and quickly, because you know Mo Bamba is coming right over.
Bamba wanted that one. Couldn't quite reach it. Coleman fouled by Stevenson. Really, that's what's keeping this big, strong, athletic dude out. I mean, it's really a pain tolerance issue, and it's a lot of pain.
You just think the amount of weight and stress that you put on your feet. It's like when you have a back.
Coleman made them both. All the travails. This is a 24-17 game.
I like Texas picking up full court here. Change the pace. Oh, my goodness.
Man, Coleman apologized for taking out the Baylor radio network. We've had some players hit the floor in this game. Kansas and Kansas State already through to the semifinals. Baylor, West Virginia still to come tonight. The winner of this game will play the winner of Baylor and West Virginia tomorrow. Evans on the attack. Sims right on top of him.
Chase Beckers with a great closeout.
A heave by Stevenson goes with that clock buzzer sounding.
Texas cannot guard that possession any better than they just did, and that has to be so frustrating.
Wow, what a move. Coleman.
Right back at you, right? And Coleman showing no ill effects of falling to the scores table.
I like Matt Coleman.
No, he really pushes the basketball, controls tempo. Really was an important part of last night's win.
Hamilton for three. He hit another one. Vic can shoot.
No, he can't. And that is his deal right there. He wants to step out, pick and pop. Got to at least stunt to him. That's just too good a look for Tommy Hamilton.
Bad deal for Texas, trading twos for threes. That's what they've done the last couple possessions. Bamba fumbled it. Kept his pivot foot down. Here's Kerwin Roach, who just ripped away. Smith just stole it from him. 3-on-2. Evans, shot fake, got fouled, almost hit the bucket. That was a double. Virginia, Javon Carter, Daxter Miles have played upwards of backcourt in the country. Bob Huggins, who's got
Virginia, those guys, they got to be hungry for a Big 12 championship, and they can get that done this weekend.
All I know is Coach Huggins is really stressing out, getting ready for the game.
He looks really worried.
Texas fans might be stressing a little bit. Their Longhorns have played an ugly first half. And that's not to say they still don't have plenty of time in this game. Matt Coleman, the freshman, has been super. He cut short on that shot.
You just can't remember many uncontested Texas looks. They've maybe had one or two, but for the most part, we know Texas Tech an elite defensive unit. They have completely locked down Texas' offense.
You got to give the Red Raiders a lot of credit for that. It's a good point. Francis, nifty little crossover move, rebound. Well, Texas Tech hustling to the ball. That is a timeout, not a jump ball.
Your player, you don't want to leave any doubt with the selection committee. You have to go out and leave it on the floor, and they just haven't really done that today. Even that look right there, he's open.
Wide open. And they were slow to the ball. They got the carom and got the rebound ultimately. Roach with the dish. Beth had it blocked. Nice play.
Yeah, Jared Culver just never gave up on the play. Looked like it was going to be a layup. Nice pass from Roach. Texas Tech, they just swarm. They just continue to play hard. They never give up on plays. Why they're so tough to go against.
That was a guy who missed the shot on this end, hustled back and got the block on the other end. Culver, no whistle. Ball out of bounds off of Texas. Tournament with a loss. Not nearly as good, and that's just trying to factor in results from around the country. Culver blocked. Ozikowski, who has not scored still. I find it almost impossible. Texas has 2 points from its front court players.
No, that's an incredible stat, but they just really haven't gone to them that often. Mo Bamba's gotten a couple touches on the block. Dylan Ozikowski, to start the game, got one, but hasn't got one since. Right now, he's parked on the perimeter. You got Zach Smith, pretty good perimeter defender. Not a lot of options there.
That was from the rim by Smith. If that hadn't gone down, that would have been a goaltend.
Yeah,
it did go down. Jacob Young's playing well. He had the one wild bad shot, but he's got 9 points.
He's been one of the lone bright spots for Texas offensively thus far.
He and Matt Coleman have been the offense, basically. Zach Smith knocks his man down, offensive foul.
Just really unfortunate, but got to credit him. They didn't think he'd be able to come back and play, but just really got after it rehab-wise, spent a ton of time with their athletic trainer, and it's paid off. 5 points away from 1,000. That's pretty cool.
Had a right foot injury, then broke his left foot a couple weeks later. Bad pass from Sims, stolen by Culver, who had it ricochet over to Odiase.
Jericho Sims is really improving, but that should not be your main source of offense, him driving the ball from the perimeter. You know, he is an athlete right now, and he's got a chance to be really, really good. But if that's really concerted effort, and your guards, it's on them. Big guys can't bring the ball up and throw it to themselves in the post. So as a guard, you got to know, hey, man, the perimeter's not really not shooting it well from 3. Let's get a touch on the inside.
Missed chance with the missed free throw. Coleman pull up. Bamba somehow got it. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, just playing above the rim. But again, that is a shot taken with 22 on the shot clock. No passes. It's the drag screen.
Maybe that's their version of 2 for 1. 3 for 1.
Yeah, here we go. Right back at you, Dave.
Smith 3, yes. And that is a 2 for 1. Well done.
That is well done, but look at this. Texas kind of ruining the 2 for 1 by the ball rolling away, but
you know what? That's smart.
It is.
Let a few seconds tick off. Don't give your opponent that advantage. Now there's just a 3-second differential. When he made the shot, there was 10 seconds difference.
Yeah. I like this. They're pre-switching Zaire Smith with Mo Bamba. He goes and sets a ball screen. Now you're going to have a really good defender guarding Matt Coleman.
Foul, though, on Stevenson. And some quick whistles here late in the half, especially.
Leaned on the score.
The front end for the freshman, Matt Coleman from Norfolk, Virginia, is good with the friendly roll. Think about all the great players of the
Virginia area. It is. Whether that's Boo Williams' AAU team, I mean, you could put a list together of so many guys. Just an elite hotbed.
Texas trying to keep it close, going to the locker room. Some pressure. Stevenson.
Oh,
he pushed off. Yeah. Offensive foul. He also gives Texas the chance for the final shot. Bamba and Coleman right back in the game with 8 seconds on the clock. Coleman. Bamba. 3 is good.
Oh, Mo Bamba.
You think it's good to have the big man